BMW, 6 times winner Tim Harvey needs to beat the others too. And so does Toyota's Will Hoy. But only one of the 3 can finish first today. But it's Andy Rouse's Toyota in pole position, ahead of Jeff Allam's Vauxhall, Julian Bailey's Toyota, and Steve Soper's BMW. John Cleland is the highest placed championship contender, and he's down at 7th. Will Hoy starts 9th, and Tim Harvey is 12th. So the sparks will surely fly today. With the drivers, the manufacturers, and the privateers championships to be won, the stakes are massive. And it's go for 15 laps. In car with Tim Harvey, 12th on the grid, past James Kay. And that's O'Dore, Keith O'Dore on the Nissan, he's gone ahead. Into Copse Corner, Rouse leads, Allam second. David Leslie's up into 3rd place. Soper has gone past Bailey. Now we're back again with Will Hoy, 9th on the grid. There's John Cleland on the right. And that's James Weaver's Nissan out. And Maggots, Rouse leads. David Leslie's second in the Vauxhall. Allam is down to 3rd position. Now we're with Hoy. The Toyota's on the march, past championship leader John Cleland. Julian Bailey's next, and he started 3rd, up to Chapel Curve at 100 miles an hour. Will Hoy there, Cleland. Now we're down Hanger Straight, building up to 150 miles an hour, looking back from Hoy's car at John Cleland. There is the Vauxhall. Stowe Corner, the leaders, 100 miles an hour. Rouse leads. Allam's past Leslie up into 2nd place. Hoy past Bailey, number 14. In car with Soper, he started 4th, he's still 4th. Ahead of him, Leslie, Allam and Rouse. And he's catching Leslie. Club corner, Soper goes for 3rd. He's right up alongside the Vauxhall, he's passed it. He's spinning, he's lost it. He's been hit, somebody's hit him. It's Rob Gravitt's Peugeot has hit Steve Soper. And he's down to last again, and look at the bodywork. Now Steve Soper will be black flagged if that loose bit doesn't come off, but he's rejoined. And look, he's dragging the bodywork along behind him, and the leaders are through Abbey Curve at 130 miles an hour. Hoy is up into 4th position. We're with Soper, clear track ahead. Now that's a help. Off goes the rear fairing. Soper's okay. And here is how Rob Gravitt saw it. Soper on the left, Leslie on the right. They collide. Soper holds his line, spins. Leslie goes through, and Hoy goes through. So Will Hoy's up. And wow, that is just the first lap. Here they come. Rouse leading, Allam 2nd, Leslie 3rd. Hoy is in 4th position. Then it's Cleland 5th. Bailey, number 14, is in 6th place. In car with Tim Harvey, he has gone from 12th to 8th on the first lap. O'Dore passes Bailey ahead. The Toyota drops back. Harvey closes up on Julian Bailey in the Toyota Carina. He's attacking, he's going to try and go through on the left, but he's hit the Toyota. Bailey spins out. And Harvey goes up into 7th place as the unfortunate Julian Bailey spins to a standstill. We're with Tim Harvey. That is the British Championship leader, John Cleland, ahead. And somehow or other, number 8, Tim Harvey, 6 times a winner, has got to get past the Vauxhall. Into bridge, flat out, 130 miles an hour. Harvey. Cleland ahead, into the left-hander of Priory, and Harvey goes through, up into 5th place, runs wide. Cleland takes the pace back again, fantastic. In car with Harvey again, up to Luffield 1 and Luffield 2, the 2 right-handers. Fantastic scrap. There's the championship leader, Scotsman, John Cleland. It is close. Through they go to complete the lap, and it's close at the front too. Andy Rouse's Toyota leads the race and the manufacturer's championship, and Matthew Neal spins out. He was leading the Privateers Championship in his first drive in the new BMW 318 Coupe. Well, he rejoins, but James Kay is past him, and he's long gone. And here's how it happened. It's Rob Gravitt. Rob Gravitt hits Matthew Neal's BMW. It spins out. Rob Gravitt carries on. There he is on the right, battling with number 11, James Kay, who's now leading, of course, the Privateers Championship. And Tim Harvey, number 8, is still behind John Cleland, and somehow or other he's got to get past him. Up to Abbey. 130 miles an hour, and speed building. Round the left-hander. Now to bridge, 130 miles an hour, absolutely flat out, 5th gear. If Tim can just get past John, to winning the championship, but he'd still have to catch and pass Will Hoy, and he's going for it. He's going for Cleland as they go into the left-hander. Now the two rights at Luffield. Second gear, 70 miles an hour, up inside the Vauxhall. Is he going to get through here? It certainly looks like it. Harvey on the left, Cleland on the right. Cleland has got the racing line and he holds the position. They're coming up to complete the lap. Out of Woodcote at 135 miles an hour, and Harvey is attacking again. He's coming up to Cox. He's closing, it's deep and braking, and yes, Tim Harvey is through. 5th place, down to 6th goes John Cleland, we're with him. And it looks to me as though Tim Harvey's BMW is starting to draw away. Round the left-hander and Baggett, brake hard, down through the gearbox, into the left-right at Beckett's. This is it, Harvey number 8. He's starting to move up through the field. But the leaders now, as Cleland watches Harvey going down Hanger Straight, are approaching Stowe Corner, and it's Andy Rouse leading. Superb race, resisting non-stop pressure from Allen and Leslie, and that is Will Hoy. 4th place, closing up, he can still win the championship. Grab it into the pits. Well, you saw his problem, left front tyre fouling the bodywork. He's out of the race effectively, and at Woodcote, Steve Soper on the right has caught Chris Nissen's BMW. And look, Nissen's got his left winker going. He's going to let Soper through. He lets him through at Cops Corner, and Steve Soper is up into 7th position. Now, the next target is John Cleland, 6th place. You can see him ahead as he goes round the left-hander and Maggots. And thank you, Chris. Steve Soper waves to the ProDrive Danish driver. They go into Beckett's. There's Soper. Behind him is Chris Nissen. And look at the boot of Soper's BMW. That is where Rob Gravitt hit him. Stowe Corner. The Toyota Vauxhall train still leads. Andy Rouse, Jeff Allen, David Leslie. We're with Allen now, 2nd position into the Vale. That is leader Andy Rouse ahead in the Toyota. Behind us is the Ecurie Ecos Vauxhall of number 79, David Leslie. And there is Jeff Allen closing right up on Andy Rouse's Toyota. It's tremendously close. There are the first 3. Rouse, Allen, Leslie number 79. And that's Andy Rouse ahead. That is how close it is. And Jeff Allen is attacking. He's going to try and go through. No, he fails at Abbey. Andy Rouse keeps his foot down, comes up to the right-hander and bridge at that 130 miles an hour turn. And David Leslie's through. David Leslie's through up in 2nd place. He's got ahead of Jeff Allen. We're looking at Rouse and Leslie ahead of us now from Jeff Allen's Vauxhall. What an absolutely superb fight at the front. 1st, 2nd and 3rd absolutely together. Into Luffield, one mistake and it's going to be all change at the front. That's Scotsman David Leslie's Vauxhall. Andy Rouse, the cool, imperturbable Andy Rouse leads, and if he wins this one, it will be his 60th career victory. But it's not going to be if David Leslie can stop him up to Cops. They're almost touching into the right-hander. There's Jeff Allen behind them. 1st, 2nd and 3rd round Cops. Now up to Maggots again. Different cars, different tyres, different drivers, but perfectly matched. Now to Chapel Curve, the left-hander. That leads into the Hanger Straight after they have gone through the wiggle-woggle at Beckett's as one. That's Leslie again. And you can see that Jeff Allen's keeping a watching brief, ready to attack if either of the men in front put anything wrong. Back at Beckett's, Harvey and Cleland are catching Will Hoy. We're with Tim Harvey, 5th position. That black spot ahead is Will Hoy's Toyota in 4th place going into the right-hander. And I'm going for him, says Tim Harvey. Stowe Corner, here is Harvey. Right behind him, John Cleland, 5th and 6th. Now, John Cleland has made an amazing recovery from those chest and back injuries. He's holding Tim Harvey's BMW, but it doesn't look to me as though he's going to catch him, let alone get past him as they come out of the Vale, up to the slow left-hander, into the right-hander and Club. Harvey, Cleland. And we're back again with Andy Rouse, looking at David Leslie's Vauxhall, 2nd place. Behind him, the Vauxhall of Jeff Allen. They go into bridge again, and the two Vauxhall are on the attack together. David Leslie ahead with Allen. Rouse is holding on, holding the racing line, but he's been hit. He's been hit by David Leslie. Rouse loses it. Leslie goes through. Is Jeff Allen going to go through too? We're with Allen. That's Andy Rouse holding his second place. So Andy Rouse has lost the lead to David Leslie, and that's a magnificent achievement by the Ecurie Cost driver. Out of Woodcote they come into another lap. Leslie leads, Rouse second, Allen third. And behind them, the others are catching, hand over fist. They've delayed each other. Everyone's trying to work the championship out. And at Beckett's, can David Leslie resist the pressure? The pressure of Andy Rouse, the pressure of Jeff Allen. Here they are. Vauxhall, Toyota, Vauxhall. It's as close as that. Will Hoy is catching them in the second Toyota. Out of Beckett's, into Chapel, the left-hander, speed building, 140, up into sixth gear, underneath the bridge. 150 miles an hour with the following wind today, down to Stowe Corner, 7 of them together. And Andy Rouse is going for it. He's got it. He's taken the lead at Stowe from David Leslie. So it's Rouse, Leslie, there he is. Jeff Allen in third position. Will Hoy is fourth. Harvey is fifth. Cleland is sixth. Soper is seventh. And David Leslie's waving Allen through. David Leslie, second place, is waving the other Vauxhall driver through. Team orders. There's Jeff Allen going through into second position, passing David Leslie, number 79. So now we're with Allen, and he points ahead. That's the man I'm going for, he says. I'm going for Andy Rouse, and here he is. Rouse, Allen, Leslie, Will Hoy in fourth position. Tim Harvey in the BMW is behind him in fifth place. Up to bridge. Look at this, Hoy, Harvey and Cleland together. Steve Soper's just behind them in seventh place as we look back now from Hoy's car to Harvey. Tim's blood is up. He's attacking Hoy, going for fourth in the championship lead, but number 2, John Cleland, is right behind him. In car with Harvey, fifth place, Hoy ahead. Harvey's won 6 times this year. Out of Luffield 1, out of Luffield 2. Now Soper, 7th position, that's Cleland ahead. And here come the Super 7. Rouse, Allen, Leslie, Hoy, Harvey, Cleland and Soper, the first 7. And Harvey's attacking Hoy, he's on the inside at Copse. Hoy is drifting wide, he's on the curb, he's off, he's off. Harvey's lost momentum, there's Cleland going past him, Soper going past him. Now Tim Harvey is down to 6th position. The gloves are off at Beckett's. The amazing Steve Soper is in 5th position, number 4. From 21st after his recovery. We're in car with Soper, 5th place. He knows BMW can still win the Manufacturers' Championship if he can gain yet more places, including getting past John Cleland. Down to Stowe Corner. Where are the leaders? Here they are. That's Rouse, Allen, Leslie, Cleland, Soper, Harvey, Hoy. Round Stowe, Soper, 5th position, grimly closing on John Cleland's Vauxhall. Up to Club Corner. Soper goes through to 4th position inside the Vauxhall. And Harvey's right behind. Harvey's attacking Cleland. There's Harvey, there's Cleland. So Cleland has stayed ahead, but Soper is ahead of the Vauxhall. So John Cleland is sandwiched between the 2 BMWs. I'm going for first, says John Cleland. But he's got to pass a lot of people, including the battered BMW Steve Soper. They go round Abbey. And Harvey's coming up. Tim Harvey in the second BMW is inside Cleland at bridge. He's gone through. He's up to 5th position. He's up to 4th position because Steve Soper's let him through. Tim Harvey is leading the championship again. Fantastic. But John Cleland is attacking Soper. He's up on 2 wheels. Soper holds his line. He's pushed right out to the right. He attacks again as they go to the right-hander at Luffield. And they both spin. They're both out. Soper and Cleland both out of the race. 2 very determined chargers, each refusing to yield, and they've both paid the penalty. But Cleland has suffered the most. He's lost the championship. Last lap, Rouse leads, and a mystified Vauxhall team boss John Nixie looks for Cleland. He's not there. Steve Soper's in his car. Cleland is alongside him, trying to get in. He is absolutely furious. And here's a replay. So, Harvey goes into the left-hander, followed by Soper. John Cleland attacks on the left, comes right up alongside Steve Soper's car. Soper holds his line. They both drift to the right. Up on two wheels goes the Vauxhall. Soper's still got his foot hard down as they go into the right-hander. Cleland pulls away slightly. Soper attacks again, goes up over the curb and the grass, straight into the side of Cleland's Vauxhall. Will Hoy goes through to 5th position, and Soper and Cleland are out. But now Tim Harvey, number 8, is 4th, and that's enough, thank you, for him and for BMW's second successive championship win. 6 victories for Tim Harvey this year, and now beating both Cleland and Hoy, it's surely going to be Tim's first full British Championship, but who's going to win? We're with Rouse, and that is Jeff Allen. He's having a colossal go on the last lap. David Leslie watching in the background. Either of these two might go off. Leslie can still win this race. This is the last lap. Rouse leads, Allen second, Leslie third. There is Allen closing again on the Toyota. But Andy Rouse wins for the 60th time in his career. Vauxhall win the Manufacturers' Championship, and Tim Harvey wins the Drivers' Championship for BMW. A superb drive by Tim Harvey. Joy for the team. There's Tim, and it is for John Cleland utter dejection. 7/10 of a second covered the first 3 home, and the new champion Tim Harvey was only another 4 seconds behind. But Cleland and Soper were much aggrieved.
I just have to say, you know, the man chopped me a couple of times and he runs into me. It takes me straight into barriers. I mean, what are we doing here? Is this stock car racing or is this motorsport? He might get away with that in Germany where he might be Mr. Superstar. But this is clean. The man's an animal.
He's not very happy, but I'm not very happy with him either. And also, I don't know who hit me on the first lap and spun me out. I don't know if it was Rob Gravitt or if it was David Leslie. Whichever one it was, with what's at stake here, I think it's bad sportsmanship.
So, after 15 hard-fought races, Tim Harvey is the 1992 British champion. Just 3 points ahead of his predecessor, Will Hoy, and well pleased about it.
There was a lot of congestion. It was better to stay out of trouble. I mean, Steve got involved in a big shunt, and you know, we could all have been involved in that. So you know, you don't know whether to be at the front, the back, the middle, the side, whatever. But it's the result that counts, and I'm absolutely so pleased.
Yes, Tim Harvey, the Esso British Touring Car champion, Andy Rouse, the race winner. But the controversy in that last round not overshadowing Tim Harvey's achievement, not only at Silverstone, but also in the second half of the championship when he mounted his winning challenge.